Hi there. Welcome to, well, the first video I'm recording in 2023. All the other videos that you've seen this year are ones that I already recorded and mislabeled, probably. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you're gonna have a good year with your family, with your friends, with your health, and with your records, obviously. Anyway, I'm going to do a quick video because I don't have much time. I got a stack of 7-inch records. I got a little pile of 12-inch records, including one new one and one that I bought at a record fair. So let's get started with the 7-inch records. First one, this is the KLF with Last Train to Trent Central. I used to like them a lot, actually. Not so sure about them now, but I picked it up. There's the label. For those who don't know, the KLF, they're electronic group, house music, dance music from the UK. Kind of a wild group in terms of ideas. But yeah, I saw it and I thought, why not? This was a cool find. This is the Sure Debts with To Know Him Is To Love Him. It's on this really cool label called Heliodor, I think, Heliodor. Anyway, the A side is To Know Him Is To Love Him, and the B side is Tears on My Pillow. It's one of those all-girl groups from the early 60s, late 50s, kind of doo-wop-y, but Phil Spector inspired, probably. Then I got this one. This is Bump Me Baby by Dooley Silverspoon. Didn't know it. It's on the President label. It's disco, but not really that good. It's kind of mediocre. And the B-side is, well, it's part 1 and part 2, the Bump Me Baby. This is a little bit more interesting. I have to see what the group is called. The group is called I Nomadi. It's Italian. The first track is Io Vagabondo, which is a more folky kind of track, and the B-side is called Eterno, and that is, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I've not played it like recently, but it's instrumental and it's very proggy. It's actually really good, but the A-side, not so much. It is on EMI. It's actually EMI Columbia, as you can see. 1972. It's the cover that made me want to buy this. And if you notice my videos in the past, I showed a lot of records that you don't know, you've never seen, you never heard of. Same for me. Doesn't mean that they're rare or expensive. They're not, mostly. But I just am attracted to something like this, or Dooley Silverspoon, stuff like that. A pretty trashed copy of Mighty Sparrow, Byron Lee and the Dragonaires, of Only a Fool on Trojan Records. It's not the greatest shape. It crackles a lot. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. The B-side is Make the World Go Away. Sort of Caribbean music, kind of a reggae feel, but it's not really reggae, even though it's on the Trojan label. And it's got this awesome sleeve. And the last 7-inch I got is not so good. I expected this to be a lot more interesting. Sadly, it's not. This is Nazaré Pereira. She's a Brazilian, I believe a Brazilian artist. And the song is called Cheiro da Carolina. And I believe the B-side is O Povo Tala. And I expected this to be, you know, like cool Brazilian music. It's not really. It's a French release on the Zezame label. 1978. Doesn't even have a disco vibe. It's. I need to listen to it once more, but I'll probably get rid of it. On to the LPs. Let's do the new record first. This came out late last year. It's a reissue from an album that originally came out in 1992. It's a compilation, and it originally came out on the Warp label, and it still came out on the Warp label. This is Artificial Intelligence, electronic listening music from Warp. It's a gatefold album, black vinyl, nothing special, one LP. It does feature the Dice Man, who you might know as Aphex Twin. It features Autechre, Speedy J, and Alex Patterson of The Orb. So it's sort of a ambient, electronic, glitchy music that Warp, well, they became famous for that. I think it's an awesome soundtrack compilation, and I'm really glad that they've reissued it, because originals go for crazy money. Now on to the only album I picked up at a record fair. There was a record fair here in my town, in my hometown. I believe it was before Christmas. Could be wrong. Or after Christmas. No, it was before. And I was like, okay, I'm going there. I haven't been to a record fair in years. And now I know why. Because record fairs, I don't like them. Too crowded. I got there very early. It wasn't that crowded. So I was walking around. Picked up this record. And then out of nowhere, it just became a very crowded situation. It was a very small location, so it wasn't like you had a lot of space, and it was even less space when it got crowded. But I'm glad I picked this up, because it's a record that I've been kind of looking for. I was actually looking for another. I was looking for my holy grail, but I couldn't find it. But I did find this. This is the soundtrack to Electra Glide in Blue. It gatefold. This is the original US pressing. Oh no, sorry, I'm lying. This is a German pressing. Comes with the original inner sleeve, and it's on United Artists, 1973. Excuse me. I've not seen the movie, but this gets thrown in with all the biker soundtracks. These are, you know, police officers, and there's a small guy, funny. It's funky at times, and it's country at times. The funky tunes, they are really cool, and the reason why I want to have this. So I'm glad I found this, because otherwise I would have been bummed out and not be talking about it, about a record fair. I probably will be going if there's another one, just to test it, to see what, you know, what they have. On to the thrift store records. This is all just from various times. Some of them are from late last year, and a couple of them are from this year. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, let's do it this way. First up, I have Miss Patti LaBelle with Be Yourself from 1989. Comes in original inner, and it's on MCA. And I don't like this. This is not what I like about, you know, music. It's very 80s, and it has a couple of, you know, up-tempo songs that I like, but it's got a lot of, you know, slow songs that I don't really care about. So this is definitely not a keeper. Patti LaBelle. Another one which I'm not going to keep, and that's also because of the music, but also because of the quality, is Marcia Hines with Love Sides. This came out in 1982. It's on Friends Records. Yeah, it's kind of beat and trashed, and the music is not that great. There's a cover of Jimmy Cliff's Many Rivers to Cross that she doesn't do justice. I don't know, Marcia Hines. I think I have another album by her that I also didn't really care for, but it's still in there somewhere, so who knows. This one I picked up today, the only record I found today. It's a 12-inch record. I haven't checked on Discogs what they say about it. I don't know, but the artist is Wardell Piper, and the song is called Come On Back to Mama. It's backed on the B-side by a track called Backtracking. This is a French pressing on Blackline Records, and it's from 1983, and it's disco, funky, boogie kind of stuff. And I quickly sampled it. I haven't like really spun it because I don't have much time, but I really enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun. So I'll probably be keeping this. I need to listen to it more carefully, but I'll probably keep this. Two more records that I'm not going to keep. There's a lot I don't keep. I don't know why. Maybe because, well, I may take a risk on records, and sometimes it doesn't work out. Now, I have to see what the artist is called, because it's in Danish. I think it's Danish. Is it? Or Swedish? Danish? I think it's Danish. I don't know. The artist is called... Hey, my Danish is not good. Tøse Drengene. Tøse Drengene. I think. Tøse Drengene. And this is the album title, which I think is called Tiden Klok. And this, I saw this, and it looked interesting. It's a lot of Danish titles. And when I looked it up on Discog, it said reggae pop. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna, you know, take a shot with this one. It's the original labels and inner sleeve, and it is fun, but it's not really what I hoped it would sound like. It's like reggae pop, so it's not like an entirely interesting record. And while I was there, I saw another album by them, and this one is called I Sikre Händer. I Sikre Händer. The covers are pretty cool. That's the group. And again, original inner sleeve and custom labels. It's on Mercury, by the way, both of them. Not really what I want in a record. It's good if you like sort of a poppy album with a little bit of reggae. You're gonna like this, but otherwise there's nothing for me to get from it because I don't understand it, and it's not really my cup of tea. Two more. This one I picked up last week. Was it last week? Yeah, it was last week. Sorry. I picked this one up. This is Motown Sound, Volume 6. 16 big hits. And it has a lot of hits. It's the back, you know, you can do all these dances like the shotgun, the swim, the Boston monkey, the boogaloo, twist, the Freddy, frog, the monkey, Philly dog, the twine, the jerk, the Watusi, and the skate. You can all do all those dances to these songs. What you get is the Supremes, Tammy Terrell, Marvin Gaye, Martha and the Vanillas, the Four Tops, the Miracles, the Isley Brothers, Spinners, Marvelettes, the Temptations, J.R. Walker and the All-Stars, Kim Weston, Jimmy Ruffin, Stevie Wonder, the Contours, and the Velvets. So there's a couple of lesser-known Motown artists on here, and a lot of well-known Motown artists from 1967. Stereo copy. And I love these comps. I just love these records. The last record I got is a record that I saw it. It was a little bit more expensive. It was over €7, $7.50 to be precise. And I was like, okay, should I get it? I looked it up. It goes for a little bit more. So I bought it with the intent to sell it, because I used to have a copy of it, which I already sold. And I mean, people are interested in this artist and I enjoy it, but it's also very noodling and not that interesting. This is Klaus Schulze, Irrlicht. This is not an original pressing. This is a reissue on Areola. I don't know what year, but or somewhere 70s. 76 it says here. Okay. There it is. And it's electronic music, ambient, krautrock, but not much rock. So an interesting album. I wanted to hear it again. I've heard it again, and I'm going to sell it because I don't need this in my life. That's it. It's 70 minutes worth of records. I hope that this year will be better than last year, because last year was already better than the year before that. 2020 and 2021 were terrible years in terms of vinyl finds, but I'll see what this year brings. I'll continue to go to thrift stores. I'll continue to pick up records that I don't know. They look interesting, so I'll pick them up. Anyway, thank you for watching. Leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, and see you next video. Peace.